Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. As you can see, the kids are still playing.
Oh, they're having a blast.
Always playing. And they do have a little kiddie pool to cool off in.
They enjoy it too, and they jump in it, and then they love to run inside and get the sheets muddy and the blankets muddy and the floor muddy. It's one of their favorite games.
It is. They have a lot of crazy games that puppies are playing. So, the energies have been pretty intense. We have just gone through a period where we had an eclipse, and a lot of times those energies can be tough. And just the times in general, it really seems, honestly, that the most sensitive and in many ways the most gifted people, as far as starseed light workers, are having some of the hardest times.
It really seems like a time where everyone's purging in some way, shape, or form, whether it be personally, external things yet close to you, going on around you. Just a real tough time. And I would say it's probably been in the last couple of weeks that I hear from a lot of you having a difficult time. Energies are not simple, they're complex, and they're churning up a bunch of guck. So we gotta do our best and deal with it, I guess.
Absolutely. And, again, we really do have to be purging and cleansing and detoxing ourselves, mind, body, spirit, all the time. That's one of the most important things that I think we've gotten from the guides. This is a time of letting things go. It's a time of just, we really have to clear out the old to make way for the new.
It's a good time to have puppies to play with. It really is. Or if you have your pets, lean in on your pets because they'll help you get back into the now.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys were with us last year in the summer, we did a few videos. We have a couple of small kayaks that we put out in the lake, and we haven't been able to really go yet because of the pups. And Cindy was saying, well, how about you go out and try to, boat and stuff, and I'll take care of the two. And I'm like, the two of them right now weigh more than you do.
I could try. I could maybe put one in the truck and walk the other one and take the other one. Yeah, I would figure it out. They would probably drag me around like a rag doll, but yeah.
They have extreme energy. So as you guys might be able to make out, we got 4 new trees out there to put in the ground. So far, to give you an update, we did get this little guy in the ground.
That's a peach tree, right?
This is a peach tree. We have 1 peach and 1 nectarine. I want to get 1 more of each of these anyway, and I probably will put them right here. I just have to get these branches down to give them good enough sun. But the gentleman that owned this house before us told us that you're going to have to make your garden up in the front. He used to put it in the back and nothing grew. Well, we got it in the back and everything's doing good as Rama's cooling off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself. And, honestly, we were watering once a day, and I don't think it was enough. I mean, we're not super dry. We're not in drought. We are not in drought here. But, it's not too far away from us that is in drought, a couple hours to the west. Yet, I think it's the sun. I just think it's the sun. Because some of the plants were looking like they needed more water, and we were drenching them once a day. So we drenched them a couple of times, and they're perking up and looking better again. And we've been feeding them to this algae
Stuff.
It's like an algae plant food. But the new trees, we have an apple tree, we have a kumquat tree, which a lady kind of talked me into because she was snatching up a bunch of these. She said they're really good against cold and flu, and she said she was told this by an elderly Chinese lady that understood Chinese medicine. She said, get one of those, and if you start feeling bad, eat some of the kumquats. And so, we got one of them. It's already got some buds on it. Could go and take a peek. I'll just show you guys a little bit. And it's almost sundown, so I'm going to hold off showing you everything that's going on back there. And then we got a Meyer lemon over here, and there are some little baby lemons getting started. Meyer lemons, I believe, are some sort of hybrid. They don't taste like oranges, but I think they might have an orange mix in with them. And anyway, these plants are tolerant to 30 degrees. So
babies. We have babies already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're tolerant to 30 degrees, so we will have to either provide warmth for them. Probably a greenhouse. I have that in the plans. And then we have a Satsuma orange right here. And then the kumquat with the little getting going. We got some babies starting on that one. And then we have an apple tree here. And if you guys can make it out, I just put that wooden support in there. I'm going to add a couple of more cross beams to it. And then we're just going to basically tie off the plants as needed, provide support with string. And you might be able to tell there's already tomatoes, there's already peppers in there. And then we have, what do we have? We have 5 watermelons, which are looking pretty healthy. They have, still a long way to go. I should have probably gotten stuff in them about 2-3 weeks earlier. Then we got squash behind them, several varieties of squash. And then behind them, before you get to the berry bushes, there are cantaloupes and there's honeydews. And we have a bunch of berries going now. Lots of blueberries, lots of blackberries, actually a real lot of blackberries.
And what I'm going to do is going to get a kind of an old-fashioned photo album. And you guys remember how they have those little pockets in there where you can keep pictures? It's a great place to keep your seeds and be able to mark your seeds and label your seeds. I definitely plan on doing that.
And so we do have 8 trees. We have 5 kratom trees, and then we are adding these 3 others here, the lemon, the orange, and the kumquats, that need to get into some sort of greenhouse. So the plan is to basically build a greenhouse in this space, as you see the peach tree there, in this space that the trailer used to be in, because we push the trailer out into the front yard now, because this is really prime sun space, and it's southerly facing, and then we have the house, and then we have the fence for a windbreak. It gets really good sun. It's about 20 feet by maybe 14 or 15 feet. So it would be a nice greenhouse that would go right in there, and then probably do a secondary greenhouse over by the cave, that we call it the cave, the outbuilding, at some point in time too. But this will be the priority for the trees. So then we'll have a good assortment, because we already have fig trees. We'll have figs, nectarines, peaches. We have 3 pear trees in the front yard. And then we'll have an apple tree, orange, and a lemon. I want to still get a lime tree too. And they had like 1 or 2 avocados, but they weren't really looking too healthy. So I held off on that. And again, the avocados would be another thing that probably is going to have to be sheltered. But we're in zone 8. I wish we were in zone 9. But even in zone 9, you still have times that you might have some serious cold come on in and do some damage. And if you're wondering, that's Zeke's little grave right over there with a light on it.
That's the brightest light in the yard. That's so cool. It probably gets the least amount of sun, but at nighttime it's the brightest light.
It is. And we are lucky to have all these beautiful trees, lots of birds, all sorts of birds. And you know what's amazing, and I kind of feel like it might be the devas and the Deva kingdom intervening. Nobody's eating the berries, and there's birds everywhere. I do have some netting up in the back, but only a couple I have netted back there. I have plenty of other nets, but they haven't been eating them, and so that's pretty wild. I'm pretty grateful, and it's weird too because I'll see them come, they'll come and they'll sit on the fence, they'll look at me, and then they won't eat them.
I know it's been pretty cool, but it would just take probably one morning for them to wipe them out. So I'm still thinking about putting nets on there just so we don't have that morning.
Yeah, absolutely. But we just wanted to share with you guys, if you've had a tough week, a tough, maybe even couple weeks, you're not alone. This is something that seems like almost every single lightworker starseed that we talk to, this has been an extremely rough patch.
It really has, you guys. So be really good to yourself. Be gentle to yourself. Be forgiving. Process these emotions. And one thing that I tell people to do when it comes to processing is, gosh, if it's stuck in your head, write it down. Write it down. Many, many times that's an energy that is looking for some attention. And when you do write it down in a book, you can either burn it or just close the book. It's your preference. It seems like it goes away. It's one of my tricks. So try that. Pull yourself back into the now. Do something good for yourself. Maybe take a hot bath, take a shower. Hygiene, really important. The more sensitive you are, the hygiene, the bathing is really, really important because that dirt and gook, even in the ether, sticks to you. So you want to get cleaned up and just be good to yourself.
Absolutely. And when you're talking about bath, we always put in Epsom salts, and we put borax in because borax can help with the nanoparticles. And then I like to add in tea tree as well. Mm-hmm. Sometimes a little bit of peppermint. Yep. To the bath. And basically I'll take a bath almost every single day, especially lately because I've been doing more exercise again lately, getting into a much better groove. As so many people had periods where they just felt so lethargic, like so tired, lethargic, just not enough energy. I tell you, all the difference in the world was made with starting to fast again on a regular basis. And so I basically did a 48-hour fast followed by about a 6 to 8 hour of eating, which really was like one meal and then some Greek yogurt and berries. And then back to another 24-hour fast, and then followed by, I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 normal days for me, which is usually eating in about a 4 to 6 hour window. And what a difference, because my energy is through the roof. I have tons of energy. I have plenty of energy. I'm not feeling lethargic. I'm not feeling tired anymore. Have a lot of energy. Feel really good. Just want to make sure Rama's not eating a toad or anything, because the toads come out at night around here. You guys not eating any toads, are you? No, that's good. Maybe it's just a grasshopper. But the detoxing is absolutely needed because we are getting overloaded with toxins. This is why you're seeing so many, it's one of the reasons why we are seeing so many cancers and other things out there as well. So you got to be detoxing constantly and then giving yourself good organic nutrition.
And women, be very careful around your cycle if you're going to do the fasting. Read up on that a little bit. There is a special way to do it so you're not losing your hormones, so you don't throw yourself out of balance. So when you do that, it definitely gives you a boost when you do it correctly.
Absolutely. As always, guys, thank you so much for your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon. We couldn't do it without your support. And do check out Medicinal Foods. Link on every video. Use coupon code EEA. It gets you a discount as well as supports the channel. Stay prepared out there. Much love. God bless and namaste.
Namaste.